A woman of color, should I be changing the way I use sun protection as I near perimenopause and menopause? Like, if I'm already using, let's say, a sunscreen during my menstruating years, and now I'm getting close to perimenopause, my cycles are beginning to get irregular, I'm getting a few hot flashes, I'm already getting a hint now that I am approaching menopause. What should I be doing? Should I be taking extra care? Should I be changing my SPF? What should I be doing?
So you don't really need to do much different because around the time of menopause, your skin is also beginning to get dry. So maybe if you were opting for a very lightweight formulation, you might need a heavier sun cream, just something that, doubles up as a moisturizer. If not, you could make sure that you first apply a layer of moisturizer and then apply your sun protection on top so that you've, paid attention to both the dryness as well as SPF. But other than that, it doesn't really matter as to, which particular cream you're using from a protection point of view. The thing with SPF is that an SPF of say 15 gives you almost, I want to say 93, 94% protection. An SPF of 30 gives you like a 97% protection. And 50 gives you a 98% protection. So as the numbers increase, the increase in the percentage of protection is not very different. An SPF 30 to 50 is really good for everyday use. So that is not the one that makes the difference. What does matter is that you use it many number of times. So the action of the sunscreen will last over 2, maybe 3 hours. If you're going to be out in the sun the whole time, then it's going to, because the sunscreen is getting used up, it is also degrading. So that you need to reapply every 2 to 3 hours, and that is important. So that maybe, that is one thing that maybe the youngsters don't really do, but as you're growing older, maybe you should start paying attention to that discipline.
I think, as we always advise in our practice, that sunscreen, it is very important the sunscreen you like is the best sunscreen. Because when you like it, you will use it more. Because as she rightly mentioned, the number, whether it's 50 or 40, percentage-wise, the protection is not much different. But if you like it, you will use it more. There's going to be much more meticulous use, disciplined use. That's way more important. So yes, numbers are important. You can go for an SPF 40, 50, but don't get obsessed with the number. Try it more number of times. That's the key to actually having better sun protection than just feeling, that, oh, it's 50 or it's 50 plus, so I'm safe. It's not that. It's that, as she said, if you're outdoors, reapply every 2 to 3 hours. If you're indoors, but if you're having large windows, sun is coming inside, then also maybe after 4 hours, but do reapply it if you're going to be exposed to the UV rays. So I think it's more about a little discipline and the liking to apply it more and more. That's what will make the difference, not just selecting A sunscreen or B sunscreen.
Yeah, and also just because it's called the sunscreen, people kind of associate it with sunny days. But it's not like the clouds absorb all the UV rays. The UV rays are still hitting us. So you have to apply your sunscreen even on sunny days. You have to apply it on snowy sunny days because snow is water molecules. So that actually reflects the UV rays onto you. So so it does not mean that just because it's a cold, snowy day, you don't need to apply your SPF. Or you have a beach vacation, it's hot and sunny, but water is reflecting light off and UV rays off. So those are things where people don't realize sometimes that, skimping is not okay.
And I don't blame people for thinking it this way, because most of the sunscreen companies will start giving their ads when there is summer. But it's not like that. I think sunscreen should be a way of life. It should be daily in your use. So I think now they should actually start giving ads even in winters and everything, and say that this is a all season product, and it's not that only when the sun is bright and shining you need to sunscreen.
And we're talking about changing climate and depleting ozone layers. So these were the things that used to filter out the UV rays. So in fact, we are getting more unfiltered UV light onto our bodies, you know. So that is the reason why we should in general become more disciplined about using
Got it.
sunscreen.
Also, LED lights, if you're using LED lights or using on the laptop, is there, do I need to protect myself from the laptop per se? With some kind of light bothering, you know, if you're
So
exposed to
not
it all through the day.
I mean, not so much with the LED lights. With blue light, sure, especially in fact, eye protection with screens is even more important. And sunscreen to some extent. In that sense, actually, if you're going to be that meticulous, then even, you know, next to your stoves and heat related equipment also, you actually require to make sure that you use a sunscreen. Or for people in there, you know, who lead these glamorous lives with a lot of big lights and
Arc
media
lights,
and
yeah.
the arc lights, they kind of need to make sure that they're using a sunscreen even while they're shooting indoors. So
I think I'm going to have to tie a
No, but
sunscreen
Supreme,
bottle
but
on my
Supreme,
neck.
a little while.
as I said, if you just make a habit of using a sunscreen daily, then it solves all the problem. Whether you sit in front of a screen, whether you're out for a run, whether you are meeting somebody over a coffee,
But
it solves the
Abhijit,
problem.
2 to 3 hourly is too much. Like 2 to 3
No,
hourly requires
but
serious discipline.
okay. Begin.
If you attempt, at least you would refresh every 4 hours.
I'm always of the opinion. Start somewhere. 1 is better than 0. Then go for 1.5. Then go for 2. But at least, even if you start, at least after 4 hours you replenish it. After 5 hours, if you're out, do that. But at least apply it daily to begin with. A lot of people don't even apply it daily because they're saying that I'm not going out of my house. But in our house, we are not in a photographic dark room, you know. We are, in fact, we love sunlight. We like to keep our windows open, correct? So I think just at least apply once a day regularly. That also will make a difference.
No, yeah, I agree. And then discipline usually comes from small increments. So, so then
Correct.
okay, let's start with 1 and then let's move it. Come on, ladies, let's do that.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Sounds good.